Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel. Here are the NBA regular season standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, the San Antonio Spurs got their second straight win after defeating the Indiana Pacers, with a score of 123-113. De'Aaron Fox was the top scorer for the San Antonio Spurs with 24 points, followed by Dylan Harper scored 22 points, Stephon Castle had 19 points, and Keldon Johnson added 16 points. Pascal Siakam was the top scorer for the Indiana Pacers with 23 points, followed by Andrew Nembhard scored 19 points. The Washington Wizards got their second straight win after defeating the Brooklyn Nets, with a score of 119-99. Justin Champagnie was the top scorer for the Washington Wizards with 20 points, followed by Alex Serr scored 19 points, C.J. McCollum had 17 points, and Marvin Bagley added 12 points. Zaire Williams and Darren Sharp was the top scorer for the Brooklyn Nets with 14 points each. The Cleveland Cavaliers got their three-game winning streak after defeating the Denver Nuggets, with a score of 113-108. Donovan Mitchell was the top scorer for the Cleveland Cavaliers with 33 points, followed by Darius Garland scored 18 points, DeAndre Hunter had 16 points, and Craig Porter added 10 points. Jamal Murray was the top scorer for the Denver Nuggets with 34 points, followed by Peyton Watson scored 21 points. The Atlanta Hawks got their second straight win after defeating the New York Knicks, with a score of 111-99. Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Onyeka Okongwu was the top scorer for the Atlanta Hawks with 23 points each, followed by Jalen Johnson made a triple-double performance of 18 points, 10 rebounds and 11 assists, and Zachary Rissaker added 12 points. Jalen Brunson was the top scorer for the New York Knicks with 24 points, followed by OG Anunoby made a double-double performance of 19 points and 10 rebounds. The Milwaukee Bucks beat the Charlotte Hornets, with a score of 122-121. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the top scorer for the Milwaukee Bucks with a double-double performance of 30 points and 10 rebounds, followed by Ryan Rollins scored 29 points, Bobby Portis had 20 points, and Kyle Kuzma added 18 points. Con Newpol was the top scorer for the Charlotte Hornets with 26 points, followed by Miles Bridges scored 25 points. The Chicago Bulls got their second straight win after defeating the Orlando Magic, with a score of 121-114. Matisse Buzelis was the top scorer for the Chicago Bulls with 21 points and 9 rebounds, followed by Kevin Huerter scored 20 points, Nikola Vucevic made a double-double performance of 17 points and 10 rebounds, and Ayo Dosunmu added 17 points. Paolo Banchero was the top scorer for the Orlando Magic with 31 points, followed by Anthony Black scored 18 points. The Portland Trail Blazers beat the New Orleans Pelicans, with a score of 122-109. Deni Avdija was the top scorer for the Portland Trail Blazers with a double-double performance of 34 points and 11 assists, followed by Shaedon Sharpe scored 23 points, Caleb Love had 22 points, and Toumani Camara added 14 points. Zion Williamson was the top scorer for the New Orleans Pelicans with 35 points, followed by Jeremiah Fears scored 18 points. The Phoenix Suns beat the Sacramento Kings, with a score of 129-102. Devin Booker was the top scorer for the Phoenix Suns with 33 points, followed by Dillon Brooks scored 18 points, Mark Williams had 15 points and 9 rebounds, and Colin Gillespie added 15 points. Keegan Murray was the top scorer for the Sacramento Kings with a double-double performance of 23 points and 10 rebounds, followed by Russell Westbrook scored 17 points. The Oklahoma City Thunder got their four-game winning streak after defeating the Golden State Warriors, with a score of 131-94. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the top scorer for the Oklahoma City Thunder with 30 points, followed by Chet Holmgren made a double-double performance of 15 points and 15 rebounds, Brandon Carlson and Aaron Wiggins added 15 points each. Moses Moody and Will Richard was the top scorer for the Golden State Warriors with 13 points each. In the last game, the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Memphis Grizzlies, with a score of 128-121. Luka Doncic was the top scorer for the Los Angeles Lakers with 34 points, followed by LeBron James scored 31 points and 9 rebounds, Jake LaRavia had 21 points and 9 rebounds, and Marcus Smart added 13 points. Jaren Jackson was the top scorer for the Memphis Grizzlies with 25 points, followed by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope scored 20 points. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number 1 in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons, with a record of 25 wins and 9 losses. The number 2 is New York Knicks, with a record of 23 wins and 11 losses. The number 3 is Boston Celtics, with a record of 21 wins and 12 losses. The number 4 is Toronto Raptors, with a record of 20 wins and 15 losses. The number 5 is Philadelphia 76ers, with a record of 18 wins and 14 losses. The number 6 is Miami Heat, with a record of 19 wins and 15 losses. The number 7 is Cleveland Cavaliers, with a record of 20 wins and 16 losses. The number 8 is Orlando Magic, with a record of 19 wins and 16 losses. The number 9 is Chicago Bulls, with a record of 17 wins and 17 losses. The number 10 is Atlanta Hawks, with a record of 17 wins and 19 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks, with a record of 15 wins and 20 losses. The number 12 is Charlotte Hornets, with a record of 11 wins and 23 losses. The number 13 is Brooklyn Nets, with a record of 10 wins and 22 losses. The number 14 is Washington Wizards, with a record of 9 wins and 24 losses. The number 15 is Indiana Pacers, with a record of 6 wins and 29 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder, with a record of 30 wins and 5 losses. The number 2 is San Antonio Spurs, with a record of 25 wins and 9 losses. The number 3 is Denver Nuggets, with a record of 23 wins and 11 losses. The number 4 is Houston Rockets, with a record of 21 wins and 10 losses. The number 5 is Los Angeles Lakers, with a record of 21 wins and 11 losses. The number 6 is Minnesota Timberwolves, with a record of 21 wins and 13 losses. The number 7 is Phoenix Suns, with a record of 20 wins and 14 losses. The number 8 is Golden State Warriors, with a record of 18 wins and 17 losses. The number 9 is Memphis Grizzlies, with a record of 15 wins and 19 losses. The number 10 is Portland Trail Blazers, with a record of 15 wins and 20 losses. The number 11 and number 12 is LA Clippers and Utah Jazz, with a record of 12 wins and 21 losses. The number 13 is Dallas Mavericks, with a record of 12 wins and 23 losses. The number 14 is Sacramento Kings, with a record of 8 wins and 27 losses. The number 15 is New Orleans Pelicans, with a record of 8 wins and 28 losses. And here are the games scheduled for tomorrow, January 4, Sunday morning. In the first game, at 6 a.m., Miami Heat vs. Minnesota Timberwolves. In the second game, at 8:30 a.m., New York Knicks vs. Philadelphia 76ers and Toronto Raptors vs. Atlanta Hawks. At 9 a.m., Chicago Bulls vs. Charlotte Hornets, and San Antonio Spurs vs. Portland Trail Blazers. At 9:30 a.m., Dallas Mavericks vs. Houston Rockets. At 11 a.m., Golden State Warriors vs. Utah Jazz. At 11:30 a.m., LA Clippers vs. Boston Celtics.